Thanks for dropping by Grandpa's House of Magic. Hey, weather's nice outside now. Summer is on its way. In fact, by the time you watch this video, I believe summer will be here. So that is great. Some of you may know when I emigrated to the United States, the first job I got was in a local bank, and I started as a teller. At that point, I realized the power of the number 9. At the end of the day, we would take our cash drawer and we'd have to balance everything out. And if we had a difference that could be divided evenly by 9, it meant that we may have transposed 2 numbers. For an example, I may have been adding up all the checks at the end of the day, and I had a check for $81 and I put in 18 into the calculator. The difference between 81 and 18 is 63. That can be divided evenly by 9, proving that I may have made an error in transposing the 2 numbers. Now, when I got into magic, specifically cards, I realized the power of 9 also applies with playing cards. I want to give you an example of that today. You have a deck of cards. As you know, there are 52 cards, 4 suits, diamonds, hearts, clubs, and spades. I'm going to start off by putting 9 cards to one side. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to leave those there. Now, if you were here, I would ask you to pick a card, but as we can't do that, I'll use my normal method of riffling through the cards and asking you to say stop, and I will hear you. It's all magic. Here we go. All right, ready? I think I heard a stop there. Trying to do a few more? Okay, it's no problem. How about that? All right, I'm going to turn my head and I'm going to show you the card that you have chosen. Hopefully you can see that. That's in focus. We're going to put that there, put the rest of the cards on top, and now your card is buried inside the deck. As I mentioned, this is the power of 9. And I'm going to use these 9 cards to locate your chosen card. Now, before I do that, I want to take on a little bit of a personal challenge. I'm going to try and find your card on my own. Maybe I could use a little bit of mentalism here. But let's have a look. We're going to go through the deck. I believe that's your card, yes. I believe I found your card. All right, we're going to take your card. We're going to place it back into the deck. As I mentioned, we're going to use the power of 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to give these a little bit of a shuffle. Tell you what, let's give them a couple of cuts like so. I want to really mix them up, so I'm going to use what they call a bottom and top shuffle. And that's taking some random number of cards from the bottom, placing them on the top, taking the top, placing those at the bottom. Once again, the bottom go on the top, and the top go on the bottom. I'm going to just do a slight jog on these cards. And that's placed, it's almost like a riffle shuffle where we place one at the top, one alternative, top and bottom. Then we split them like so. And let's do this one more time. Just jogging. That's offsetting them, top and bottom. And once again, we just do another split and we just put them there like so. Now, if you were here, I would ask you to pick one of these piles. As you can't, I'm going to ask our electronic friend to do that for us. Alexa, pick a number, 1 or 2.
Here's a number between 1 and 2. It's 1.
Okay, 1. We're going to take 1 and place that on top of there. Now we're going to make 3 piles. Once again, if you were here, I would ask you to choose one. I'll ask our electronic friend to do the same. Alexa, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3.
Here's a number between 1 and 3. It's 3.
3. Okay. So she has picked the third pile. Right, so to recap, you chose a card. I believe I found it. And then we took the 9 cards, we shuffled them up many times. Alexa chose one of 2 piles and one of 3. And now we are left with these 3 cards. So let's see what we have left here. We have a 2 of clubs, a 6 of clubs, 4 of clubs, that's 6 total. And oh, another club, that's interesting, a 9 of clubs. So let's add these up, that's 9, 13, 15. They add up to 15. Let's take our deck here. And we're going to count out 15 cards. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is our 15th card. I believe this is the card that you chose. And I believe it's the card that I was able to locate inside the deck. And that would be the 9 of spades. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Hey, enjoy the summer while it lasts. Cheers. Bye-bye.